Hello, everyone. My name is Robin Muller. I'm a psychic medium, and I do spiritual advising and spiritual counseling. The question today is, what is spirituality? So we're really trying to understand spirituality. Some people say that they're very spiritually active. They believe in spirituality. They try to live a spiritual life. And all in all, I think we're very confused about the word spirituality. So I'm here to kind of help a little bit with a different perspective on spirituality, meaning given that I am a psychic medium and I've been doing my psychic and spiritual connections and tarot readings for almost 30 years now. I also have the ability, because I'm a medium, to be able to tap into guides and angels and higher beings in different dimensional spaces to gain information from my clients and for any and all of you on this beautiful venue that we have found that gets messages out there to other people in a way in which it can help them tremendously. So I'm here to absolutely do that as well. So let's get back to spirituality and what spirituality is. So there's the religious spirituality that we find outside of self and in third dimensional reality, which is basically churches and mosques and synagogues. I'm going to also include in that nature and nature spirits and nature in general on Earth. I say on Earth because there's other things out there besides your earthly existence. As you know, we're talking about spirituality. So spirituality is just not your physical, mental, and emotional selves, not your ego personality selves, but spirituality is actually a deeper part of yourself that is trying to get your, I don't know, I want to say your attention. So third dimension tells us what spirituality is, tells us what God is, tells us what angels do, spirits in the other world, where they are, what they do in that world, in the realm of spirit, what happens with pets when they cross over the Rainbow Bridge, where they are. But the main thing for spirituality is that we don't understand it. We don't understand spirituality at all. We question it. We wonder about it. We ask where our loved ones are, where our pets go. We ask guides and we ask angels and we ask spiritual beings here on Earth and in the other world, in the realm of spirit, how possibly we could make our lives better. Because that's really what we want. We want to make our lives better. We want to feel better. We want to be happy. And of course, we want to be connected to our spirituality. So there's many different ways to connect to your spirituality. As I had said, there's quite a few third dimensional ways. The best way that I have found over my 30 years of personal work and my 30 years of connecting for clients and listening very carefully in the realm of spirit and what those beings in those worlds have to say is that everything that you're looking for with regard to spirituality is inside you. So if you think about where we came from before we landed in these physical bodies, you're going to wonder where you came from. We all wonder where we came from. How did we get here? These physical bodies that we find ourselves in, who made them? So the short answer to all of that is that you made it yourself. You came into form as a beautiful divine light, and you created every single cell in your body through the, of course, intervention of the divine energies in which you birthed from. So it does get complicated. I'm not going to say it doesn't get complicated, but I do want to let you know that honestly, I can get something very complicated and I could make it very understandable. So says my clients who tell me this all the time. So I want to see if I can make it a little less complicated for you by just this first step that you'll be taking into a greater understanding of spirituality. Also, I want to also add this. You need to walk around with your spirituality. And I know that's very difficult in third dimension because it's not an easy dimension to handle spiritually because everybody's always like upset or mad or has some emotional or mental or physical situation that they're dealing with, whether it's in their home or whether it's in their work. So I totally understand how challenging it could be to bring your spirituality around with you. The easiest thing to do is to try, and I'm not saying love and light and being, the greatest person in the world is the way to go, because you have situations. We do have situations that we have to bring our attention to and our spiritual reality to, right? So spirituality, I will phrase to be spirit reality, spiritual reality, okay? You want to be really careful about who you are in there. And when I say in there, I mean deep inside your body, your mental body, and your emotional body, and your physical body. It's all connected in there. So the first and foremost, I think that my best tool, and I've given this tool on for my clients and my patrons on my Patreon page, is just breathe, open, receive. If you just can do that, you might find a little bit of spiritual reality inside your body, your physical body, which, by the way, as we said, you made. And it's yours. It's nobody else's, it's yours. Mentally, your mental energy is yours, your physical energy is yours, your emotional energy is yours, your body integrity is all yours. So we could get into what we do with our body integrity, what we put in it. We could talk about what you do with your mental body, what is fed to that mental body by outside third dimensional sources, and what really can be fed and I want to almost say nourished by the divine energies that you are once you connect into them. So we feed and are nourished, mainly third dimension feeds us. The divine energies, heaven, God, angels, higher beings, spirits who passed over, and even pets who crossed the rainbow bridge, they're there to nourish us. So if I have to really explain it in simple terms, your third dimensional reality feeds you and your spiritual reality nourishes you. So if you can learn how to nourish yourself inside with a spiritual aspect of however you see your spiritual aspect, if you're in church, if you're in synagogue, if you're in mosque, if you're connecting to nature, if you're walking or hiking, whatever it is you're doing, you have to bring that spiritual reality of who you are to it, right? So don't be fed by third dimension, but be nourished by your spiritual reality, okay? And remember that spiritual reality is not your spiritual self, okay? There's difference here. And the difference is that when you're dealing with your own spirit reality inside you, your spirituality that is outside you is not operating to its fullest potential. So I believe that if you could almost jettison spirituality as a word and embrace and be nourished by your own spirit reality that's inside you, I think you would do so much better in a world in which seems to be not responding to a divine you. So let's try that. See if you can go forward with that and see how that goes. And always remember, words are just words. You want to bring a deep awareness of who you are to yourself every day and bring your spiritual aspect to every moment of your everyday going forward. Okay. So take care of yourselves, understand who you are, operate with your spirituality all the time, and don't let words get in the way too much.